The North Okanagan market is up 71.13% in January, year over year. I'm Lisa Salt. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Well, here we are again in the first month of the year, and the statistics for January of 2021 were just released. Heating up of the market is definitely continuing. No signs of slowing at this point. All sales for all property types were up again, a staggering 71.13% over the same month last year. Wow, what a January. Not what we're used to, that is for sure. Of course, the decent weather has had a bit to do with it, there's no question about it. For single family sales, there were 57 sales versus 40 last year at the same time period, which is translating into an increase of 42.5%. Townhouses were actually down a little bit, surprisingly. 21 units sold this year versus 23 last year, which results in an 8.7% decrease. I think most of that is due to the low inventory that we'll talk about in a moment. Apartments were up 75%. Huge increase for apartments. 21 apartment sales this year in January versus 12 last year at the same time. Now, our top 5 winners for January with triple-digit increases. I'm going to give you the least to the most. Number 5 with an 80% increase, commercial properties. 9 properties sold versus 5. Number 4 with a 200% increase, mobile homes. 12 sales versus 4 last year. Number 3, 220% increase is acreage with houses. 16 sales this January versus 5 last year. It's very atypical because you would expect that if you can't see your acreage under the snow, you're probably not going to buy it. However, this year it's 220% increase. Again, maybe the weather had a little bit to do with that as well. Moving on to number 2, in our number 2 position with a 300% increase was duplexes. Now these numbers aren't as fantastic as they sound because you look at the percentage, yes, the percentage is good, but really it means duplexes. There was 4 duplexes that sold last year and, 1 that sold last year and 4 this year. Number 1, big winner for January, up a 325%. Building lots. 17 lots sold this year, and it's, we think that's attributable to the fact that there's such a low inventory of houses that people are resorting to buying a lot and just building a house. So 17 sales. Now, we're definitely experiencing low inventory at this time. There's not a lot of choice out there right now. In January, there was actually 214 new listings that hit the market, which was up from 183 last year. However, our inventory is now well below 1,000 units. We have 782 properties. That's huge. That's raw land, that's mobiles, townhouses, apartments, commercial, single family, everything. Last year this time we had 1,095 units on the market, so that's a decrease of 28.53%. So when you have an increase of 71% in sales and inventory going down to 28.5, there's going to be pressure on prices. We're seeing tons and tons of multiple offers right now. Houses are selling very quickly if they're in the ballpark for price. There's still homes that are sitting on the market and not selling, as there always is. And if yours is one of them, you'll want to take a look at your price and your marketing because there's probably something wrong with that picture. The absorption rate is interesting. It's 32% for single family homes. So what that means is 32% of what is listed is selling. That is absolutely huge. We're used to single digits. We're not used to this double digits, 30+%. Which brings us to our benchmark prices for single family homes. Benchmark price is up 14% year over year from 2020 to $541,900 for single family homes. Townhouses are up 9.4% to $386,900, and apartments are up 4.2%, lagging behind a little bit, however, still an increase to $255,900. We can attribute these increases to a number of things. First of all, it's the COVID effect. Many people are flocking to the Okanagan, as you've probably noticed, as they realize that they have been put on track for an early retirement, or put themselves on track for early retirement, or they have realized that they can just work from anywhere. So why work from a big city? Or they just simply want more space around them, so they have a little bit more rural atmosphere, which is what we have here for sure in the Okanagan. And the main factor, of course, driving this is interest rates below 2%. Money is so cheap to borrow, it's a great time to buy. Yes, prices are up, but in the long term, if you look at the difference, if the mortgage rates go up by 1% or 2%, if you look at how much you're going to pay over the lifetime of your 25-year mortgage, the amount is astounding. So really, it does make really good sense to buy when the interest rates are low, especially if you're paying someone else's mortgage through renting. Some people in this type of market think that they don't need the help of a realtor to sell or buy. However, I encourage those sellers to think again, because yes, anyone right now may very well be able to sell your home. It's moving so fast. However, the last thing you want to do is leave money on the table by listing with someone who doesn't have the marketing or promotion to get those multiple offers, or selling privately and getting far less than you deserve. Unfortunately, we see all the time sellers leaving money on the table to save a few thousand in commission, and they end up with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 less that they could have had right in their pocket. So do yourself a favor, give a professional realtor a call. I just happen to know one, so call me and I'll give you a name. For buyers, not having a realtor, you'll be left in the dust. There's just no way to compete right now without proper representation. So our information is below. I'm Lisa Salt. Call us today and we can help you out. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next month with February's update.